Hey everybody, it's Bill Stark here at LeaderGov. We hope you're having a great week so far. This week's topic, leadership topic, our leadership skill in leadership by action is this idea of decision making. And we know that you all have to make lots of decisions as leaders. But today I want to encourage kind of the opposite. I want to encourage you to make less decisions, fewer decisions. The way I want to suggest to you to do that is to delegate decision making down within your organization so that the people with the know-how that are most impacted by the decision get to make the decision. There's a decision making model that's been around a long time called RACI, R-A-C-I. And it's a little old, so I'd like to update it with a couple new ideas. But let me just share with you what RACI is. R-A-C-I. R stands for who's responsible for each task along the way. Now, we know that in most projects, it's a team effort. It's usually not one person that's responsible. So you may have to identify multiple people that are responsible for a given part of the decision process. A stands for who's accountable. You do need a team lead. You ultimately, though, are responsible. Since you're empowering others to make this decision, you are ultimately responsible. So you've got A for accountability. This letter C is consult, meaning are you consulting the right stakeholders before you make a decision? Are you consulting people and talking to people that this decision is going to impact? Are you getting their input? The last letter is I for inform, meaning we've got to be sure everyone's informed of the decision and so forth. So here's what I'd like to add to RACI. I'd like to add a couple more C's. Number one is collaboration. And share this with your team. Share these concepts with the team that are going to be making the decisions. You need to equip them with the insights into how to make decisions. So feel free to share this with them. Here's the other C, it's collaboration. Most decisions, most projects are done with multiple people. So that means we've got to collaborate. And collaboration means that we want to talk freely about everyone's ideas and thoughts. We want to have an environment where we feel comfortable sharing, and we do share our ideas and we pick the best one. We give and take. That's collaboration. So that's one C. The other C I'd like to add to this new RACI modified is to have clarity of outcome. It's not so much about getting the task accomplished as it is what is the outcome of our task, of our deliverable. What are we trying to achieve? What's it going to look like when we hand it off to finance? And how do we define what that looks like, what the outcome is? So have clarity of outcome. So there's RACI. I'd love for you to encourage your team to use that model as they make decisions. So here's the thing. There are a lot of you watching this that are more deliberate, slower processors around making decisions. And if you have to make a decision, odds are you're going to take your time. One of the things that we found, particularly for the S's and the C's on the DISC model, is that they sometimes take an inordinate amount of time to make a decision. And so we want to encourage you all to make a decision. We hear it all the time in local government. I just wish my boss would make a decision, or at least tell us where we are in the decision-making process. So you may need to speed up your decision-making a little bit. The other thing I would say, some of you, if you're a D on the DISC, a more dominant personality, you may be the kind of person that says, we just need to make a decision and go. So I want to encourage you all to be sure and think about, how is this decision going to impact the team? And do we need to modify the decision to accommodate different elements of our team? If you do delegate decision-making authority, you might want to stay engaged in that process a little bit. Don't micromanage it, but you're going to want to stay informed. Hey, how's that decision going? How's that project going? So you might want to stay connected and see if they need resources or help. And when the team makes the final decision and implements, if there's a mistake, if there's something that happens that you didn't expect, maybe people weren't informed properly, if any of those kind of things happen, as a leader, you're going to have to take responsibility, because ultimately you're the leader and you delegated the responsibility of this decision to your team. So you have to take the final burden of any problem that arises. You're going to learn from it. They'll learn from it. But if you do that, your team will grow to love you because you will have their back. They'll know that you're in their corner, that you are on their side, as opposed to blaming the team for a poor decision. You take ownership as the leader. But please consider delegating more decision-making authority to your team. It does wonders for morale. It does wonders for trust building. And we think you'll see some great results by having done this. We hope you have a great week, and thank you again for your commitment to your team. Thank you for being a part of our LeaderGov learning community. Take care.